Hello and welcome to a different extra actually. This is a recording from long ago. This is a long past Claire fighting a long dead Titanite demon. The reason it's been a long way off and why it's also in post commentary is because I intended it to be in the Catacombs set, but it took so long to get this goddamn thing dead and I was just getting so salty and bitchy that I figured, you know what, screw it. I'll just add commentary later and just focus on getting this thing dead. So, what am I doing? This is to gain access to the Gravelord Covenant, a fairly out-of-the-way covenant, which it has some benefits and some downsides. One benefit I would say to going to it is that early on, it gets you a very powerful early game weapon that doesn't require a lot of stat investment. The Gravelord Sword also looks pretty neat. I think it has like 16 strength requirement for two-handing and 13 for dex. I didn't actually end up picking it up in this run, but who knows, I might do that later and show it off. But the Gravelord Covenant is a very strange one because it's it has some pretty cool stuff to it, but actually performing like the acts of a Gravelord, it's kind of complicated and it doesn't really work terribly well, especially in new games. So it's a covenant that's more for New Game Plus. If you don't know, the general idea is that as a Gravelord, you use Eyes of Death to send Black Phantoms, like super uber mega juggernaut versions of enemies. Also, fucking Titanite demons in there. Their attacks, like that jump attack, you've seen it like that jumping attack. It's got a lingering shitbox like the size of Mars. And like, not to mention the ridiculous health they have. In the Anno Londo set, which will be set 8, if I recall correctly, there is a reason I didn't pick on that, pick a fight with that. It's because, yeah, it's just as burly as this one, and I would have been there. Really, it's why I don't like showing off the fights with these enemies. This is essentially what the fight descends into. It's like a fight with King Vendred or the Ancient Dragon in Dark Souls 2. It's just dodging and dodging, occasionally getting hits in, and praying that you don't whiff and get like hit for 2/3 of your health. Anyway, I was talking about Black Phantoms, wasn't I? So yeah, that's the idea. You send those into the enemy's world. You can also send them into hollowed people's world. So it's a covenant that is PvP based that actually affects hollows, which I found quite interesting. But the idea is a bit like the Rat King Covenant in Dark Souls 2 in that you get people to invade you. And I think you get more Eyes of Death if you can manage to kill them. I'm not quite sure how it works. But the problem is that you don't really get Black Phantoms in New Game. It's exclusively New Game Plus. And of course, the fact that you can get evaded like by a total of 3 people at once mean that you generally don't get a lot of Gravelords around anyway. And a lot of people, myself included, don't really bother with New Game Plus that much. Mainly because, well, for me personally, I like making builds more than just using existing ones. But, you know, I've been messing around a bit more with New Game Plus with some of my older characters. But anyway, that thing is dead. Thank fuck for that, eh? Thank fuck for that. Just praise to the gods that it's finally over. So, this is also your first chance you get to see Nito. By the way, Nito is still around and kicking and doing things in this. Well, he still exists, shall we say. If you remember him from the intro. You do need Eyes of Death to join the Covenant, which is why they put some down here. Just picked them up now. You don't even have to fight the Titanite demon. I just did it because I want the demon Titanite. If you're crafty enough, you could just go right past him, just pick up the Eyes of Death, or if you have any already, just go straight here. And do what any sensible person does, nestle inside of a coffin. Funny enough, there is actually a unique animation for invaders coming in, for stabbing you when you're inside of it. Not that I've really seen it myself outside of videos, but it's an interesting touch. I like they did that. Oh, and anybody coming from Dark Souls 2, don't worry, your sex does not change when you enter this coffin. Could have really done with a cushion here. Stone isn't really that comfortable to sit on, or lie down on. Hey, what? No! And then Clara was buried alive forever. Except not really. Voila! We are back in the Tomb of the Giants. Yay! Except this time with a difference. We're actually inside the boss room. Finito. In this scenario, however, you can't actually aggro Nito. It's a bit obvious, though. It's really fucking dark here. There he is. So, you use the coffin if you want to get into here without actually aggroing Nito, and that's how you enter the Covenant. You go here, sit down, say, yo matey, I heard you got like this sword and this awesome miracle that has no faith requirement. Can I have it? And he's like, rattle, rattle. And you enter a Covenant somehow that way. I didn't need to. So I just show that. And if you want to get out, you can use a Hummer Bone, or if you don't have one or don't want to use one, you could just go back in the coffin. Just like, right, well, it was nice seeing you. Just go back on the Coffin Express. Then you go back to the catacombs. Yay. So the advantage of doing that on a very early playthrough is that with the warrior you only really need 3 levels up and you can use that thing. And then you can just go through like the start of the game just absolutely decimating everything. If you want. That's the kind of sequence breaking you can do in Dark Souls. Same thing with like if you get lucky with a Black Knight drop. You just pick up a Black Knight weapon and just own everything. So, there you have it. That was that. It's finally done, and now I can share it with the world. Isn't that lovely? So, I will see you next time.